amusing thing about the world, and it's not an amusing thing, but I guess you have no choice but to slightly smile at it, is so many incompetents exist in political circles now. I
Yeah.
mean, you used to have incompetence always in every sphere of life. You have incompetence, yeah. But now the trend is the more incompetent you are, the higher you rise, because the people who are actually in charge prefer the malleable mind rather than the mind that's got morals and principles.
So you've just explained the rise of the Trump, but at the same time,
But
there is a floating around on the
but
internet
hang on,
an
but hang on,
interview
but
with
hang on,
Trump,
hang
an
on.
interview with
No,
Trump
no, no. But the
from
one
like
thing Trump,
years ago, from several decades ago, when he explained what he was going to do. How he said, I'm going to appeal to Fox viewers. This is what I'm going to do.
if
This is,
you
he actually explained. So in a sense,
did
you
you
could be
read?
right. Like he knows what he's doing in the sense that he knows what he's doing for himself because he
There was a
had a
book.
plan, and this was from decades ago.
There was a book that came out. I can't remember the name of the author. Stephen might remember. Vicky, I don't. I've never met you. I don't know what your
By
position
all
is on
accounts,
this, but
Stephen hasn't met her either. So
no,
Yeah,
no, no. But
that's
there was a
right.
book. There was a book that came out. I think it was a red book. It came out sort of like 2 or 3 years into Trump's first presidency, and it was It was a scathing attack on Trump. Right?
Right.
Okay. It was analysis. Stephen, do you remember who wrote that? It was a very
I
famous
don't, but I'll
book.
find it. Go ahead.
Okay.
Keep
Okay. The
going.
point was one of the chapters of that book referenced basically what I think Trump is about. Sort of like sometimes you have to kind of like sift through a lot of data to find the essence of a person. And Stephen knows this really well. I'm a big film noir buff. I'm a movie buff. Trump has modeled himself on Citizen Kane.
Kane, yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah.
Okay. This has been mentioned a few times. The more you watch Citizen Kane, Orson Welles, great movie, lovely, lovely movie. Actually, you see total echoes of sort of the rise of Trump and media manipulation, etc., etc., etc. The one thing I do like about Trump, as opposed to, so we're talking about idiots and imbeciles, right? Yeah,
Hmm.
he may prove to be a complete imbecile, right? But the one thing I like is that he has not gone with the flow of conventional politics, right? So someone just today, I was watching the LBC. What's his the guy who's a lot on LBC. I can never remember his name. Again, sort of Alzheimer's kicks in. Um, uh, was talking about specifically what was it? The Trump thing. It's kind of gone out. This is Alzheimer's